Oh, hello. I am here. Welcome to my Friday. Every day is a Friday for me. So if you're just chiming in, it is Monday. Okay? It is Monday. It is Monday. I just want to make sure you know that it is Monday. But it is my Friday, right? Because Fridays are explosive for people. So it's my Friday. Okay. So it's a bit late in the day, but every moment of my day is abundant. So I'm always going to be full and ready to nourish. And whenever you jump on to see my video and hear me speak is when you're going to get some nourishment. You know what I say around this time? It's time to start dying down, right? It's time to start to unravel your energy. Well, actually, calm your energy, right? Take it into a balance. Find your moment of serenity because it is part of your peace of mind, your peace in your heart, your peace in your body is found in the now moment. Do you guys know what the now moment means? If you don't know what the now moment means, please let me know. Inbox me. Do want to talk about today, and what I think is extremely important is to be mindful of slowing down. The more you slow down, the more you're going to be in the moment. So it's so vital for us to always understand that we can go all day. We can be going a million miles a minute, but we still got to take a minute to go maybe just a quarter of a mile or an eighth of a mile or a 16th of a mile. Whatever it is that you consider slowing down, please work into your mind frame the importance of slowing down. Because when you slow down, you get to think about people, you get to think about yourself, you get to think about everyone. Yes, shedding the motivation, shedding the lights. Everyone deserves to have light. Is that my meditation music just coming on in the background? Yeah, definitely is. Definitely is. This is how much I require. This is how much I require meditation in my life. That I can have meditation come on at any moment in time. That's how much I require to be calm. Because my mind goes a million miles a second. Like my mind is like this consistently. Like I can do this and I can do that and I can say hi to this person and I can encourage this person and I can be that person and I can still be an accountant and work in this office and still do. Yeah, this is me. That's my head. It's going. I have loads of amounts of motivation in my head, different kind of ways to give motivation. A lot of people ask me what I do, and I'm like, I give motivation, like pure, intentional, authentic, in your face. Do you want to be motivated? Do you want to create a change in your life that you never thought that you could change? Let me help you be that coach in your life, be that person, be that angel, be that devil. I don't want to just be you, because I'm going to teach you how to balance your polarity of your life. I'm going to teach you the yin and the yang and show you how to make it work in the confines of your mind, of what you're existing in and what you're allowing yourself to be a part of. Let's actually be a part of it. And let ourselves enjoy what we're doing. Because if we're not enjoying what we're doing, then we need to reassess why we're doing it. And the only time we're going to reassess why we're doing something is when we stop, slow down, and ground ourselves. And put ourselves into a slower state than what we need to be all day. Yes, it's important to be on point. Yes, it's important to be able to go on the go. Yes, it's important to be all of these things at all of these moments in our life. And it's also important to slow down. It's also important to do nothing. It's also important to say to yourself, I've done a lot today. And for the rest of the day, I'm going to do a lot of nothing. And sometimes nothing can be anything that you consider nothing. It could be nothing laying in your bed doing some journaling. It could be nothing learning how to work on your singing bowl, because that's me doing nothing. Doing something is requiring you to be more complex in your thoughts, right? So when you want to do nothing, you have to do things that are simple. Things that don't require you to have to think too much, to have to move too much. You got to think of it like when you exercise, right? And they say if you want that full body workout, you need to be doing two things at once, right? To really feel the burn, right? So on the other hand, there's also lighter workouts that you can do for your body that you're not putting as much intensity into the workout, but you're still putting a workout on your body, but it's in a lighter fashion, So instead of doing squats and arm presses, you just do arm presses, right? So it's the same thing of considering yourself in your life, right? Instead of trying to multitask, let's just do one task. When it's time to start settling down, don't go into a rush. I want to go to sleep now. Like, that's a crash and burn. Do you guys understand that? It's a crash and burn. Like, don't push yourself into the moment to where you look like a crash dummy, to where you're going 100 miles an hour and you want to see how hard you can crash into this wall, because that's what you're doing. If you're going, time to go to sleep, wake up, go. Time to go to sleep, wake up, go. This isn't helping you. This isn't helping any of us. You not helping you isn't helping me. So let's just make that clear, right? So if you think you're helping others by being on top of your game, trust me, you're not helping anyone if you're not being on top of you, because you must love you first. If you're not here in this game to learn how to love you first, then I don't know what game you're playing, and I can't really help you on that avenue. I need you to love you first. And if you don't know how to love you first, I can help you with that too. But you got to be open and willing to want to love yourself. You got to be open and willing to understand that I haven't been loving myself the way that I thought I could be loving myself, the way I should be loving myself. And I need your help to help me love me. And there's no judgment, right? When you walk into my zone, when you walk into Marjorie's worlds, I want you to understand one thing. It's actually a two-part thing, right? Don't judge me. I don't judge you, right? Because that's how we're going to work. That's how we're going to be the best people for each other. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to calculate your life. I'm here to make sure that you survive. I'm here to make sure that you are doing well in life. I'm here to make sure that you can be playing the best part of you. Because I want to see you. I don't want to see a duplicate of another person. I don't want to see you learn how to manifest, how to do the same thing that somebody else did, and you're just learning to capitalize on it. No, my friend, that is not learning to be a new you. That's learning to be another them, right? But let's make it about us, me and you, right? Once I allow me into my heart, there's going to be more of you in my mind. Because automatically, when I think about me, I think about empowering me. I think about how my empowerment is going to help everyone else. Okay? So this is how I create my well-being. I work on me every day. And the more I work on me, the more it allows you to work on you. Right? Because I'm going to keep spreading the love. I'm going to keep being a part. It definitely takes time, The one thing that I have learned is to be patient. Like, you just got to be patient. Life is in your hands. Do you know you wake up every single day with the control of who you are? You wake up every single day knowing that this is your life. You know, we just got to take that time during this part of our life when things are challenging to allow the experience to just go with the flow, you know, and just see what it is that's gonna what's gonna come and guide you to the best response, because that's what energy does. Energy is gonna take you somewhere. There's a reason why you're going down a road. There's a reason why you're going down a path. Sometimes you go down the same path repeatedly and you don't realize that you're in a loop until you really pay attention. And this is why, you know, specifically I tell my daughter, my youngest one, because she's really not paying attention when she's outside. And I'm like, Leanna, you need to pay attention to your surroundings. It is vital for you to know what's going on, even if you're not doing something, even if you're not a part of the commotion that's going around you, but you still need to know what's going on, because energy is all around us. It is like air. It is constant. It is in our face. The second you don't see a part of me, guess what? There's another part of energy connected to another part of energy. Like, it is consistent. It is ever flowing. This is the flow of energy. It's like going. So if your mind is always going, it's time for you to take it and control the flow a little bit, and just bring it into a realization that I am a part of this flow and I can control this flow just as much as I let the flow control me. Yes. Hello. It's important to control your energy. Your energy is your consciousness. Your consciousness is your energy. We are because we see, because we be, because we are here in the moment. And I know for a lot of us, it is very hard for you to understand or accept the fact that we are energy. I understand that it's hard to really, I believe that slowing down is going to actually help your life go faster. I'm always open and willing and ready to be a part of a new conversation. A new conversation, not the same conversation. Please don't keep talking to me about the same thing. I am not there for that. I am here to help motivate you out of the challenges in your life, whatever that might be. I do specialize in a couple of other areas that I'm really key on helping. Like, if you're a career professional and you've been really successful and you're just trying to figure out what part of your life you're missing to finally feel complete, please understand I'm here to help you. Okay? Hit me up. Let's have a consultation. Let's see at least that 1% of change within a 45 to an hour and a half talk I can give you. And I can give you some change to look at. Definitely. I'm all about giving insights on top of insights you can consume, because we do have to understand that a lot of us have a different level of consumption, and some of us can consume a lot of information and a lot of us can't. So it's really about respecting each other. Let's see if my friend can get back on.
What's the topic? Like when I first came in, you was talking about love and loving yourself and how you can help others love themselves.
Yes, I support Cellf Love, and I definitely give people the right steps for them to be able to complete these kind of habit changes that they want to incorporate into their life. Because a lot of people don't know how to make that as a lifestyle habit, self-care. And as a health and life coach, these are the top priorities in our life. So we are very well diverse in being able to show any kind of individual how to create that same self-care for themselves.
Okay.
It's all about accountability.
Yeah, definitely accountability. The thing about you have to have like a desire. You have to have a want of love, period. Like, to even love yourself, because if you don't want love, then there's no way you can even love yourself. The experience of love, like for those of us that have actually experienced love, and the joys of love, because love is a beautiful thing. I mean, love is love. Like, seriously. And the reason I enjoy these type of conversations, because I'm around a lot of people that don't love themselves and don't have love for anyone else. They actually have, the majority have a disregard for like human life, you know.
They're numb.
A lot of they're very numb. They're very numb.
That I call them the Walking Dead.
Well, that's a tough way of putting it, but me, I would consider them as some people that or someone that is just existing but not actually living. So I just call them.
Isn't that the Walking Dead?
It is, but I just, I kind of put a little sugar coat on that.
It is so harsh, but if we sugar it up for them, it's just gonna be easier for them to swallow.
That's true.
Yeah,
that is true.
When I talk to my men, because I know a lot of men lose their self-care and working very hard, and I explain to them, it's not about just because you're a brother of color that you got to get to work 5 minutes early or exactly on time all the time to set an example, or to always do more than over your quota at your job. That's not self-care. That's called niggers are us. And I'll tell them that I don't give a fuck what you think, but I'm gonna tell you how it looks. Because if you're giving yourself self-care, I'm gonna tell you, you look amazing. You look marvelous. This is how you're supposed to treat yourself. I'm not gonna butter that down.
No, you shouldn't.
Right?
Now, the thing about that is, like, if a brother or a sister, if they are taking those extra steps because they have a direction,
but it has to be
pushing toward, and they're pushing toward that, so that, you know, they sucking up some things. You already know, it's gonna be some, they sucking up some things, but they doing it with purpose, to at some point to create for others so that they won't have to, and to elevate themselves. If that purpose exists, then, I'm saluting them. Long as they don't lose their weight, because a lot of them set out with those intentions, but lose their weight.
Yeah. The problem is when you set the intentions to do for somebody else, that self-care gets pulled in and lost when you're trying to do all of this survival tactics. Right? So the most important thing is to put self-care on the top, and that way everything else is going to go in a full circle. Right? A lot of people question me in the past 2 or 3 years, Marjorie, why you change your job? I'm not staying anywhere that doesn't value me and doesn't make me feel like I'm adding value to it. I'm not. And I'm an amazing worker. I've made bosses cry because I said I was leaving. Had to give them tissue a couple of times. Listen, I gotta go. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you was if your circumstances permitted you to do so, then why settle? Why settle?
Exactly.
Like, I would tell anyone, never settle. But at the same time, you have to be smart about it. If your circumstances at the time don't permit you to do so, then what you do is work on your circumstance. You can be in a position to do that, in a position to say, you know what, this ain't for me.
And that's when you got to ask yourself, what is a position that you have to be in for you to feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, just knowing your worth, knowing what you're worth, and knowing how far you want to go.
That's that self-love. When you know your worth, that's that self-love. That's that self-love. It always regurgitates right back to that inner self. As long as you know your worth, you know that you leave that job, there's going to be another one. Because I know how good I am. It's that automatic. And once you accept it like that, it's like understanding that you can accept another option of struggling. I'm going to struggle until I've learned to give myself so much self-care that everyone has no choice but to respect me. Even the people that don't know me for more than 5 minutes will see me and say, I fucks with him or her, and I'm going to respect them. I don't know why. I've only been in their presence 5 minutes, but they seem like they value themselves so much. I better not step on their toes.
Yeah. See, that's a presence that when you walk in a room and you're confident of yourself, you're loving and you're strong on yourself, and you like, look, you vibe and your energy is right. People gonna feel that. They're gonna be like, it's about this person. But I'm being drawn to this person.
Yes.
This energy that this person is having.
Yes.
And that energy comes from within.
Yes.
To come out. It has to. It doesn't.
Yes.
It ain't out coming in. It's in coming out.
Peace.
So you have to produce that, and when you produce that, those are the results that you get.
Yes, peace. This is why I teach what I teach, and I'm not gonna go anywhere else but making that understanding that self-love is the highest value to obtain. That is where the wealth is lying. And if there's anything that I can do to support my community is give them the biggest key that they need. Do you need a key? I got the big one. The one that opened all the doors.
Yeah.
But you got to believe it first, right?
And you know how hard that is. When you go into, I'm not sure. I don't know your background. My background, I'm slum, poverty. I grew up in those violent neighborhoods, those violent areas, drug, prostitutes. You know the scenario. Everyone knows it in America. You heard it a million times. But now that I've come from that place mentally, I look back on, or I look at a lot of people that are still there mentally, and it's so hard to pull them out because it's like they don't know that. Look, you gotta just look at me.
Yeah.
It's a constant fight. And see me, myself, because I'm one of the ones, like, I don't want to be alone on this journey. I know there's strength in numbers. I know what I have to face.
Yes.
And I know what I need to face it.
Yes.
I need you. I need him. I need her.
Yes. Peace.
We need each other.
Yes. Yes. It's facts. It's facts. It's facts.
I mean, you can't get around it.
And
it is what it is.
The way that you amplify that consciousness is remaining conscious and requiring consciousness to be around you.
Exactly.
You got to require it daily, and you got to push it. You got to push it into your life like you've never pushed anything before. Right? So it's learning to build the way that you've been trying to build all your life. How many years have you been putting in to build yourself? Put in half of that time on building yourself actually, and see how much faster you'll move, how much quicker you'll move, and how much more responsive people will be for you in your life. Even the worst of relationships that you have with anyone in your life will change. They will either go away. They will either go away or they will improve.
When you change, everything around you is going to change. Those people are not going to be attracted to you anymore.
Exactly.
Because you're in everything. So now it's like they're like one of those force fields. Like they can't get like, nah, I don't want to be with them. And half the time, guess what? They don't even know why.
Yep.
They don't even know why they just repelled out. They don't even understand it.
Yes. Yes. It's true. It's facts. It's facts. It's so much facts. You just got to keep speaking it into your existence. Because the one thing that we lose faith on is being allowed to speak like this to others. So I just tell people, listen, it's all right. Like if people call me and they're like, oh, I'm having this horrible day, I don't know why. Listen, I'm going to give you an option of how to get out of this, or I'm going to ask you why you're calling me, because I'm not here to hear your negative content without a solution. I'll listen to your negative content, but we need to put some solutions together. And if we're not going to put some solutions together, then why are you calling me? Because I'm solution based. And once you make people understand that, they're not going to call you unless they want a solution.
Or have one, willing to share. Yeah.
They have to be willing to listen.
Definitely. The way I see it, one of my things, I'm like this. If you 20, 30 years old, and for those 20 or 30 years you've been living a certain way, you've been accustomed to a certain thing, a certain way of living, a way of life with the people that are around you and so forth, so on, and you're not happy, then if you've given that a try, why not give this other thing a try?
Yeah.
I mean, because that thing was not what you wanted, actually. Your heart and everything in you wanted more, but you settled for that, and now you don't put 20, 30 years into that, and now it's like, okay, I don't know how much time I got left, but I don't want to spend the rest of it like I just spent the last 20 or 30 years.
Yeah. Because
that didn't work. So let's try something new. Let's try something different. Why not?
Yeah.
What do you have to lose?
Your mind? People already lost their mind. The only thing you can do is find it right now at this point. Let me help you find your mind. That'll be another niche. I'm going to help you find your mind. You don't know what I'm talking about because you don't know where your mind is at. Let's find your mind.
Exactly.
Let's help you get focused to where you know your mind is right here. This is where you're supposed to think, not in the television. The television is for your enjoyment after you done put so much complex thinking into your mind that you need to settle it down. That's when you're supposed to watch TV.
Exactly.
Not when you haven't thought yet. That's right. It's amazing that a lot of us don't even think about the simplest way of being. We're 70% water, right? So we could just think about how water exists and how water moves and how does water get through things, right? When water falls on the floor, does it just go in one direction? And if it goes in one direction, for how long until it starts separating?
Going into another direction.
Right?
And another thing about water takes.
You started breaking up on some live, some really good stuff. Dang it. He's saying that's right. You need to say it again. I think we got you back now. I think we might have got you back. We were speaking about the water. I'm telling you, if water doesn't stop and it is consistent, we are 70% water. If you can't believe anything else, you can believe that water is consistent. And it keeps going and it keeps flowing. There's no stopping water unless you put it up in a box where there's no holes and no ways to come out. But eventually it'll fill up. And then it's going to suffocate wherever it's in. And it's going to force its way out. Water isn't going to stay in the same place forever unless you have completely confined the water to its location. And then it'll dry up and then it'll die. But we don't want to dry up and die, right? We got to learn how to keep our water replenished, clean, and nourished every day. Every day. That's how you have to keep the mind fresh. It's about that like social media and like, you have to hit that button that say refresh. Yeah.
Or you have to drop refresh. That's how you have to do with the mind. The mind has to constantly be refreshed because you're constantly storing, you're constantly thinking, things are going on around you at a rapid pace.
Yes.
So and some of those things are junk. Like you got to get it out. So you got to refresh and you got to keep what is good for the body and the mind.
Yes.
And those things that which aren't, you gotta kick them out. Like
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. I definitely agree with that.
I'm gonna have to exit. Monday at 8. Okay, well, you be blessed.
Yes.
And whoever else is viewing and hearing this, y'all be blessed as well.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you. I'm definitely going to sign off as well after this. Say goodnight to everybody.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, good night.
Definitely appreciate all the love and the focus. I love when I'm able to have a conscious viewer jump up on a live feed and share their thoughts, because that's what we're here for, right? Let's put the positive thoughts out there. Let's put any kind of thought that we want to move into the world out there. Don't keep your thoughts in your head. They won't go anywhere. I want to go somewhere. So if you would like to go somewhere with me, check me out. I'm always here. Elite Motivation. Love you guys. Peace, love, respect.